Hey guys, my name is Dave Clark and I do counseling right here in the West Houston area. And I specialize in relationship counseling, that sort of thing. And I'll get to more of that here in a bit. I'm going to tell you, I've been putting off doing these videos. People ask me for this kind of thing, and I've kind of put it off because I've been scared. I have been just terrified that I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to offend somebody. I'm going to have to deal with haters. And that has kept me from doing this. That's kept me from making these videos. And I found some inspiration from a very unlikely source, and I'll talk about that here in just a minute. This first video is really just going to kind of be about me and kind of telling you where I'm coming from and kind of what I do and how I do it and kind of where my heart is. I'm going to keep it really, really short, but here's the deal I'll make with you. If you think I have an honest face or you've already looked me up on Psychology Today, which I suggest you do, I'm Dave or David Clark, I think, and I'm in like the Sugar Land, Richmond, Katy, Houston area on Psychology Today, then go ahead and move along to a video with more content if that's what you want to do. That's cool. You're not going to bother me at all. I'm going to tell you, my videos are all going to be based around my experiences. Now, I'm not young, and I've been doing this a little while. And there's going to be people who, inevitably, they're going to get in the comments and they're going to go, oh, that's wrong. I read in a book that you're not supposed to or that you are supposed to. This is about my experience. This is about what I've learned. These are about the people that I've dealt with in my time doing this. A little bit about me, real quick. I spent 16 years in the computer industry. In that time, a lot of the time I spent on site. I went to people's homes. I worked on their computers in their homes. And after about 10 years, everything goes on autopilot. You walk in, you already know what's wrong with their computer. Within 45 minutes to an hour, you're done. So the only real joy I was getting was interacting with the customer. That was my favorite thing. So I developed this skill where I would walk into their homes and I would look around, and within just a few minutes, I could tell what was important to them. I could tell if it was a car or a kid or a dog or whatever it was, whatever was important to them, I knew. And I would ask them about that little thing, and it would get them talking. And they would talk to me, and they would keep me, and I would engage with them. I would listen, and I would be very interested in their lives. And you know, the repair work, was all autopilot. I mean, it was real simple to me at that point. And I was getting calls from my boss saying, hey, I don't know what you're doing out there, but people are requesting you all the time. And he started calling me Dave the Computer Therapist because I would go in and I would fix the customer as I was fixing the machine. And my favorites, I'll go off on a rabbit trail here. My favorites were widow women because you could tell they hadn't had anybody listen to them in a long, long time. And if you got them talking, they would talk for an hour. And they would just, it was so real and so, it was awesome. It was my favorite part of the job. In 2009, my wife and I got married in 2005. We've been married a while. And I don't have the perfect marriage. Even though I'm a relationship counselor, I won't even pretend. Man, I am right there with you. I'm the same as everyone else. There ain't nothing special about me. We got married in 2005. In 2009, we adopted 2 children. My son was super high energy. We learned very quickly that no daycare center had what he needed. So it became very apparent that one of us was going to have to quit our jobs and be home with him. Well, my wife had just started this really, really good corporate gig, and I had been doing mine for 16 years, and so I kind of drew that short straw and became a stay-at-home dad. Now, as a side note, when I write that book, it's going to be epic because stay-at-home dad has to be the most thankless job in the world. Stay-at-home moms, my heart goes out to you. You have a hard job and you have, man, it's a thankless job too. But stay-at-home dad takes it to a whole new level. And I'll stop right there on that because I will write that book, and that will be a darn interesting book to read. But anyway, and my son, I will. There will be videos down the line. I may do a whole mini series of videos just on him because he is, man, he was high energy and required a lot. And he's a lot of fun. I love that kid. My son and my daughter. I won't get off into my daughter as much just because. She's a little more shy. She doesn't like to be talked about. Anyway, I have a dual master's degree in, I spent 8 years as a stay-at-home dad, and in that 8 years, I got a dual master's degree in marriage and family counseling and in community counseling. That covers all the bases, really. I can do just about anything there's to do from addiction counseling, but again, I focus more on relationship counseling because that is the area that I felt like there was the most need. So actually outside of school, outside of grad school, I got a lot of advanced training in different types of relationship counseling, but one in particular, and I'll do a whole new video on that too. I'll talk about that down the line. I want to give a real quick thank you so much to a fella who calls himself the Bama Beach Bum. Look him up on YouTube, check him out, especially if you like fishing. But the reason I'm giving a quick shout out to him, he inspired me. He just said, "Look, man, you're going to make your mistakes. You're going to look back at that first video, which is this one, and you're going to cringe. It's going to be so bad." And he gave me a license. He gave me the license I needed to go ahead and pull the trigger and start these. And I'm going to do these. And the biggest reason I'm going to do them is because, here's the thing. I'll give you this example. I hate driving the same car as everyone else. Drives my wife insane. I will go buy a brand new car, I'll bring it home, I'll immediately start stripping the emblems off of it. I'll immediately start slapping stickers on it. I'll change the wheels, I will tint the windows, I will do all kinds of crazy things to a brand spanking new car because I cannot stand to drive the exact same car as anyone else on the road. It has to be mine. My videos are going to be the same way. I am not, if I create a video that looks just like 1,000 other videos, that's going to drive me nuts. So I'm going to try to present the things I present in Dave's way, in my own way. And I hope to keep that entertaining, and I hope to keep it fun, and I hope people watch. I hope people enjoy. And really the reason I do it, because there's people out there who need to hear this stuff. And there's people out there who, they need kind of the, I don't know, psychoeducation, psychobabble. They need the engagement. And I'm just kind of doing it, you know what, we're all walking each other home. In the big picture, we're all just walking each other home all day long, every day. And we all just have a lot of living to do.